feeling like we's different. You ain't the hustling type, we's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel, live and direct, live in effect. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's next. We are here. Welcome to day 2 of my 7-day hell, where today we will predict NXT Takeover Night 2. Now, if you didn't catch my last video, I actually predicted Night 1, which is tomorrow night. I posted it late. I was supposed to post it earlier, but it didn't work out that way between my scheduling and my sleep patterns now. Timing is hard these days, but it is what it is. I am still here to post and predict. You already know how we do. All right, so Night 2 of NXT Takeover, stand and deliver. All right, so the first match we're going to start off with are the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships on the line as Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon defend against The Way, Indy Hartwell, and Candice LeRae. So honestly, the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships are still, to this day, questionable because it doesn't make sense as to why they are still here when technically, if you really think about it, there's only probably 2 to 3 tag teams in NXT in terms of women that we know. Again, we know Kaden and Casey. We know The Way. We knew Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. I say new because depending on what happens after Night 1 of TakeOver, well, you know. And then we have the Robert Stone brand, his 2 girls. I don't even know the names off the top of my head. But after that is nobody else. So there's not that many women's tag teams that we know of for us to really sit here and go, oh, well, you know, they got a lot of competition, which they kind of don't. Because there's a lot of women in NXT. The problem is we don't know. Either we don't know most of them, or Either we don't know most of them, or all the ones that we do know are singles competitors. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. In terms of this match, I got Shotzi and Ember winning because if they lose the tag team championships now, it kind of makes this whole thing irrelevant, truth be told. And on top of that, I believe Candice and Johnny will be moving to the main roster soon. I was told they were actually supposed to move about a year or 2 ago, but Ciampa hurt his neck, so things had to be pushed back for Ciampa and Gargano. Even though I'm sure Gargano could have stayed on the main roster, but just didn't work out that way. So I believe they're going to be moving soon. So if they do, then hey, you know. And if that's the case, then I get the feeling Shotzi number win. And surprisingly enough, this is their 2nd to 3rd title defense. So that's interesting. But yeah, Ember and Shotzi win. That's all I can say. The NXT North American Championship is on the line. Johnny Gargano will take on the winner of the 6-man Eliminator Gauntlet, who we predicted on our last video yesterday would be Dexter Lumis, because it makes all the sense in the world. Again, they've been building that matchup for God knows how long. So yes, I believe Dexter Lumis will win. And Dexter Lumis will become the new North American champion, because it doesn't make sense for Johnny to retain. On top of that, again, it goes back to exactly what I just said like 2 minutes ago. Candice and Johnny should be going to the main roster soon. So this is just one of these ways where we gotta, if they're going to the main roster, the title gotta come off. And if they go to the main roster, take them to SmackDown, please. If Daniel Bryan's planning to retire in the next year or two, I need Gargano versus Daniel Bryan. I need that match before anything. I need that match. Please, please let me get that. Please. Please. All right. Next match is another match that will pretty much steal the show for night 2. But it's a hard second to what possibly could be match of the pay-per-view. Remember, I said in the first for night 1, I said Ciampa and Walter could be that match of the pay-per-view. This match has the potential as well. I'm talking Jordan Devlin and Santos Escobar in a ladder match to determine the unified cruiserweight champion. I was not a fan of Mr. Santos Escobar. I was not. But he's grown on me. His work has been excellent. I said to myself, you know what? I like this guy. I like him. I like what he do. Jordan Devlin, I liked as well. And apparently Mr. Shawn Michaels loves the hell out of him, which is why HBK suggested a ladder match for these two. And I don't blame him, because I think these two could definitely steal the show in a ladder match. And I think because they were given this stipulation, it's elevated this match to the potential that it could be. Because I think a regular match would have been a good match regardless. But I think that the stipulation added as a ladder match makes this match much, much more better. Now, I've been trying to figure out who wins this match. I've been trying to figure that out. Because I just learned today, literally maybe an hour ago, Santos has had that title for 10 months. He's been Cruiserweight champion for 10 months. That's crazy. Santos has been holding down that division on NXT for 10 months. That's crazy to think about. I'm like, what the fuck? Really? Wow. So, because of that, I would like Santos Escobar to win this match. I would like for him to win this match. I would. Because I want to see him I want to see him make that year. I want to see him do it. He's been very good. His work has been excellent. Seems like he's getting better and better as the month goes on. I don't know. I pick Santos to win, but I don't know if he's a clear cut. Because Jordan Devlin, again, is good. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I got Santos. I got Escobar. All right, the co-main events of this night. First match, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, unsanctioned. So there's been talks for, I think, about almost a year that the Undisputed Era were going to break up at some point. Because I think it was just about that time. Because they've been running roughshod on NXT for the last 2-3 years? Yeah, so to break them up now, it was time. A little later than expected, probably. But it was time. It was time. They did what they did everything they could. They won all the titles. They did everything they needed to do. Now it's time to break them up. So, what comes of this match? So Adam Cole turned his back on the Undisputed Era at NXT Takeover Vengeance Day, which I believe was in February. So it's been about a month and a half. They've had the time to build this rivalry up. They've had a good amount of time to build it up. But not many people are like fully invested. I'm invested by default. I'm invested by default because I am an Adam Cole fan. And based on what Kyle O'Reilly did with Finn Balor in those two matches, I've become a fan of Kyle O'Reilly as well. So these two should tear the house down. They should tear the house down. Now, here's the thing. I got Kyle O'Reilly winning because Adam Cole's on his way to that main roster. He's been fighting. He's been fighting to not be there, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him for not wanting to be on the main roster, based on what's been happening and what's been going on with the main roster. But it's gonna happen. If Vince wants you, and nobody can say no. Nobody can sit here and nobody can sit here and argue with Vince McMahon. You shouldn't have him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Good luck with that. But Kyle O'Reilly wins. Adam Cole counts his days on NXT and he goes to the main roster, while Kyle O'Reilly stays on NXT and becomes the man, where eventually he'll become the NXT champion. That's how I see it, and that's how I think it's going to go. It's going to be a great match, absolutely. It's going to be a fantastic match, but I got Kyle O'Reilly winning. I got him winning. Now, main event time. Finn Balor defends that NXT championship against Karrion Kross. I said it at, was it War Games? I don't think it was War Games. I think it was Takeover Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was in February. I said whoever won that match with Pete Dunne and Finn Balor, they're just holding the title warm for Karrion Kross. Because I've been sitting here with the demeanor that Karrion Kross is winning the title. He's winning the title back. But then something changed my mind a little bit. I learned that Karrion Kross, I think a couple months ago at this point, had a conversation with one Vince McMahon. I don't think I need to paint the picture or put the puzzle together for you to understand what I'm telling you. If you have a conversation with Vince McMahon while being in NXT, chances are that was a conversation about, so you want to be on the main roster, pal? I think that's coming. That's coming real soon. If that's the case, Finn Balor wins on Thursday. I believe he wins on Thursday. I have that feeling. I was all for Karrion Kross winning the NXT Championship because he didn't have his opportunity when he won it in August because he tore his shoulder or his shoulder was out of place, had to get surgery, came back, I believe, came back in December. Yeah, came back in December? Yeah, came back in December. And here we are. So at this point, I think because of that info, I believe Finn Balor is retaining. If not, then they're going full bore with Karrion Kross, and Karrion Kross again that title reign in which he deserves at this point. Now, fun fact between these two, which I should have said in the beginning. Finn Balor hasn't lost a takeover since he's come back, which I believe at this point in time, he's, God, how many takeovers has he had? He came back in 2019. How many takeovers has he had at this point? I believe he's, I want to say 11-0. Has he had 11 matches since coming back? He's had Matt Riddle, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, Pete Dunne, Timothy Thatcher. That's 5. He's had other people. I can't really think of them right now. Damn, I can't really think of anybody. But I think, but he's been undefeated. He's been undefeated since he's come back on takeovers. And Karrion Kross been undefeated since he debuted last year. So somebody's going to lose. Somebody's going to lose. And that's what I love. I love when you got 2 undefeated streaks colliding, because somebody going to lose. At this point, I just don't know who. But I'm picking Finn Balor because of the info. If the info is false, then Karrion Kross is winning. We'll see. We'll see. But Takeover Night 1 starts tomorrow. I will be there for that. Night 2 is Thursday. I will be there for that. The WrestleMania edition of SmackDown is Friday. I will be there for that. Saturday is Night 1 of WrestleMania. I will be there for that. And Sunday is Night 2 of WrestleMania. I will be there for that. As well as the Stone Cold Broken Skull sessions with AEW's Chris Jericho will be on Sunday. I will be there for that. And since today's Tuesday, the Hall of Fame is actually tonight. I will watch that. I will not talk about it, but I will watch it. But it is what it is, man. So it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. As always, man, you already know, man. Day 2 of 7 days. You already know how we are, man. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?